Alright, so after delays and not really able to figure out what's going on, I am in Memphis. Started in San Francisco, ended in Memphis. We started at 1. It is now, well, 8 p.m. Memphis time, which means it's what, 6 p.m. San Francisco time. I am currently leaving the airport. It's like empty in here, so not thinking I'm missing all too much. I'm starving. Haven't really gotten a chance to eat yet. I need to go figure out where the rental cars are. But, I think maybe I found it. More in a moment. Alright. And so I'm in Memphis, well, technically Germantown. Sorry about the echo. This was the only real good place that actually had lighting. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just do a quick room tour. As you come in from the hall, you open the door, and immediately to your right is the sink and bathroom. And then outside of the bathroom is the closet, which then goes to the actual living area, I guess you could say, or bedroom. And in the bedroom, there's just a single queen, because that's where I requested, a comfy chair, a desk that is part of the kind of TV stand and drawers that the TV sits on. And yeah, it's a pretty basic room. But before I checked in, I actually went to a restaurant called Huey's, and it's a pretty interesting restaurant. It was one that Google suggested. It was also like 9 o'clock at night, so there weren't that many places open. And I got a simple burger, onion rings, and a salad with some sweet tea, because I'm in the South now, which is kind of nice, so I could do that. And it was a pretty interesting looking place. It kind of reminds me of Armadillo Willie's back home, but it was, I mean, a friendly atmosphere. Everybody there was really nice, and there was tons of older folk there. So even though it had a full bar right next to where I was sitting, it just seemed to have older people. The wait staff was young, but the clientele was old. I arrived here at the Courtyard Marriott in Germantown and decided that I would just go ahead and check in. I had a package, or a couple packages here waiting for me, threw those in my car. That way I'm good to go tomorrow. And that pretty much finishes up my day here from San Francisco to Dallas. Almost missing that flight from Dallas to Memphis, and here I'm in Memphis now. And I think I'm gonna call it a night. So we'll go ahead and see you in the morning. All right, cool. All right. Good morning. It is about 10 a.m. now, and we've just set up the tent, and the food truck just arrived, and I'm about to start doing my job. The weather is looking great. It's actually like gonna be 89 degrees with 89% humidity, so it's quite muggy. There's a breeze that comes through. There is absolutely no shade though, which kind of is harsh, but overall everything is looking good. We'll see what happens at the end of the day. All right, I'll check it in probably a moment here. Cool. All right, and so I am obviously currently in the car. I'm about to get ready to drive off to Nashville from Memphis right now. I didn't really get to see too much of the place. I kind of sporting a small headache, and I think that's because of a bit of dehydration and not really getting all that much sleep last night, so I'm going to just try to make it to the hotel as quickly as possible now. The overall event was really successful. We had a pretty good turnout, and definitely some good things are going to come out of that, let's put it that way. And then I did a quick stop at a Best Buy to pick up some parts again. We were missing some things that we needed. And finally, a quick pit stop at Hattie B's. This is the place that everybody tells me to go try their hot chicken. It is hot, it's good. And I got 3 wings, mac and cheese, coleslaw, and then I got a dessert of some peach cobbler, but wasn't able to finish the peach cobbler, so I'm taking that with me to Nashville. It's going to be about 3 hours, so I don't know when I'm going to check back in. I think I'm going to throw on the suction cup though and kind of get some of the trip from here to Nashville on video. So, alright, check back in a moment. Alright, and I am in Nashville, technically. A little bit south of Nashville, but that's aside the point. That was a long 3-hour drive from Nashville to here. Oh, why don't we go ahead and do a quick room tour. Alright, and now a short walk from the hall brings you to the room. Immediately to the right is the restroom area, toilet, really nice bathtub. Hopefully the water pressure is good. And you have your full body mirror, which is right across from kind of your coffee cabinet area with ice container. You have a refrigerator down here, but it's too dark to actually see, so I guess that doesn't really matter. And then comes to a single king bed this time, and kind of a fancier couch. Then the desk, TV, and drawer area, which is super dark. I don't even know. Yeah. If this will do anything. Nope. Oh. But yeah, that's the room. All right, cool. And like I was saying, the drive was extremely long. Part of the freeway that I was supposed to take, or highway I was supposed to take, was actually closed. So Google kind of took me on this merry route, where I'm not saying it was a bad route, it was just a very slow route. And it was cool because I could see all these different little parts of Tennessee that were really neat. Like, they're really quaint and different. They're not really like anything where I'm from or where I live in San Francisco. There are even these crazy, like, out of the horror movie type fog banks that I tried to capture some, but it didn't really turn out because it was just too dark. But literally it would just be like you're driving up and down these kind of like little slopes, and all of a sudden as you're going down, there's just, it looks like you're going into a river of fog, and it's moving so slow. It's not like San Francisco, you know, Carl the Fog. This is just very meticulously slow moving fog, and it just kind of hangs in the area, which is pretty amazing. It looked like the beginning scenes of Princess Mononoke, or any of those crazy like beginning war scenes where it's just all foggy and people are having difficulty seeing anything. It was intense, and at times it was quite scary. I would say that definitely it being October and everybody putting out their Halloween stuff to kind of get in the festivities didn't really help make it feel that much more comforting. But it was a very interesting ride. Now, like I was saying, it added a whole hour to my trip here because of it. It was supposed to be like a 2.5-hour drive, and it ended up being closer to a 3.5-hour drive because of the speed limit. It just plainly I couldn't go as fast as I could on the main state highway because I was going through all these little towns. I mean, we're talking tiny little towns. I believe the highway was 412 or 43. Like, it was two highways depending on which way you turned at the end of it. And it was crazy. Like, the amount of small towns that they have here that you just drive right through. It's a highway that literally goes through the middle of the town. All of a sudden there'd be a stoplight or a stop sign, and I'd be sitting like in front of town hall. And to me, that's super strange. Like, a freeway or highway doesn't do that typically, but I mean, I guess it does. So it was a real cool experience, but I am super wiped. I'm so tired after working earlier and trying to finish all that, and then getting Hattie B's for kind of a really early dinner. I don't really feel like eating anything now, and it's like 9 o'clock, so the last time I ate was like 6 hours ago, I think. And I guess it wasn't that long ago, right? It's only a 3.5 hour drive, so maybe 4 or 5 hours ago I last ate. Yeah, it was, so far it's been good. I have to admit that it's been a very different type of trip. I didn't drive this way before, so it was really interesting seeing a different side of Tennessee, I guess you could say. And I also would say that it's interesting to kind of see what the driving culture is here, because I'm driving at like 45 miles an hour because the listed speed's like 40 miles an hour, and I'm figuring, okay, I don't want to get pulled over, I don't want to get a ticket. But some guy will just pass me doing probably like 50, 60 miles an hour without any care. So it's interesting, and I don't see anyone pulled over. There is a ton of road work here, though, I will admit. They're just, all the roads are kind of uneven, and during the middle of the drive, like, it started off really nice, really pretty when I was in Memphis, and you could see the town, the roads were like reddish color, like a reddish brown, rather than the plain black or gray that you typically see. And as soon as I got outside of Memphis, like to outer Memphis, like a freak thunderstorm hit, and it was just pouring rain. And then from there, it was just one of those, like, okay, the road surfaces were uneven, there was potholes all over the place, and like, I didn't really understand how people were driving here. I tend to try to drive on the right lane to let people pass on the left, that type of deal. Sometimes I was noticing people don't follow that. I don't know, it's a mixture. So learning that car culture is been really difficult. I just realized while I was driving earlier too that I will be driving long ways through Tennessee from Memphis, which is pretty much at Arkansas, all the way to Knoxville. So that'll be an interesting little add-on for tomorrow. But yeah, I'm so dead tired. I probably gonna just finish this here. I'm gonna give my sister a call real quick because today, the day I'm filming this, is her birthday, so just wish her a happy birthday. But it's easy for her because she's 2 hours behind me, so it's 9 o'clock here, it's 7 o'clock there. Anyhow, alright, I will see you in the morning. Cool.